This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. I'm Sam here with my girl Erica. We've got a very special show for everybody today.
Hey girl, hey.
Hey girl, hey. Mm-hmm.
Well, today we're taking a look at some of our most emotional moments here on DBL, and we've had quite a few.
Yikes, both Erica and I, definitely.
Exactly.
So get some tissue ready. It's going to be an emotional roller coaster with lots of ups and downs.
But Sam, we're also going to have some fun because that's really important. And remember that time I called out Joe for standing me up on a Friday night?
Oh yeah.
Just thinking about it gets me a little heated, but that's okay, Joe.
Listen up, Joe.
I did better.
Listen up. Glamboozled is actually when you get all glammed up. You're all ready to go, and then all of a sudden you get a text from the date saying, hey, can we cancel or reschedule?
That's hard.
Ooh, I would really hard.
Well, at least you got a text or a call.
You what? Erica, from who?
Joe.
What?
Joe!
No, did he apologize?
No. And then he tried to gaslight me. Joe, I know that was a gaslight. You don't just ask somebody 3 times to go to dinner and then just not show up on a Friday night as if I didn't have anything else to do. And then 2 days later, when you see me at the bar, you're actually gonna walk up to me and act like nothing ever happened. And then the next time you see me, you say, let's go to dinner again. That is not okay, honey. Nobody was ever that thirsty. I don't care if it was 25-cent pictures, 5-cent pictures, 10-cent pictures. I was not that thirsty, and that's why we never, ever went out.
Erica COBB.
Who is that girl?
I love that girl. Have you heard from Joe?
I have not heard from Joe. No.
You know Joe like stalks you and is like, darn, I messed up.
I must have really been feeling some type of way that day. I don't know. Yeah, I have not heard from Joe.
I think a lot of people can relate, Erica. We've all had a Joe in our lives. So normally music is one of those things that brings us all together and can bring up, well, all sorts of emotions.
Well, you've got to see this clip, this next clip, because Jeff and Tori get into it all over Justin Bieber's new track. And who knew music could do this? It's a very special moment. Take a look.
We got a treat for you.
Oh, I already ate my treat this morning.
What does that mean?
Because I know it's coming up.
Oh, you already listened?
I was playing into it.
No, so you already know about this treat?
It seems like he ate one this morning.
I ate it this morning.
So we'll see if he knows about this treat or not. Justin Bieber is giving everyone...
Sam, don't
2 more days, I'll be preempted.
Justin Bieber is giving everyone a Valentine's Day present. His 5th studio album called Changes drops on February 14th. That's the same day tickets for his tour go on sale for the general public. He also dropped a new single this morning. So Jeff, have you heard it yet? Called Get Me?
I ate my treat this morning.
He really did? You're on top of it.
He's a real fan.
Okay, we get to judge. We get to judge. Ready? Get Me.
Oh, you don't compare, don't fit in with them, do you get me? Judging by the way you open up, you get me.
Ooh, all right.
Oh! Hard no.
You just heard a snippet of it.
Dude, that sounds boring.
Why don't you wait till you're on camera before you start making noises?
Sorry, I don't look at myself on the camera all day like you.
Well, I believe Sam said, hey, Jeff, we got a story for you. And we were just talking back and forth, and you just jump in with, not even on camera.
I'm sorry.
So Tori doesn't like
Next time we do a thing about Thomas Jefferson, I'm just going to be like,
So Tori gave it 2 thumbs down. Sorry. You heard it this morning. I'm sure you've heard it many times.
That's who Jeff associates with Tori is Thomas Jefferson.
That's accurate. That's quite accurate. Okay, so do you give it a 2 thumbs up?
no, I don't.
You don't?
Hey, listen, Yummy was great. A lot of people made fun of it, and that song's awesome, okay? This isn't the best. Maybe that's to grow on me a little bit. But what do you think? You were a music critic major in college, weren't you?
I'm just letting you know that sounds like it sounds like a loop of 30 seconds of a song on auto-tune over and over and over again.
You
it doesn't
heard 5
interest me.
seconds of it.
I understand that, but I've also heard people talk that it's not a great song. It's just on and on and on and on and on.
You heard people talk, so you didn't listen to it yet?
I heard that, and I heard the reviews, and it wasn't great. So I went like this. What is wrong with you?
You heard 5 seconds of the song and you...
Okay,
I'm sorry I didn't have my treat this morning.
We got another...
Listen, before that, I do want to say one thing that's really awesome, because I don't know if you guys remember, I was complaining about how Vivid Seats took all the tickets. And now they're going to go on sale on Valentine's Day to the general public. So there's still people like fans like me,
not inflated
right,
pricing.
that could get face value tickets. So I'm very happy about that.
Oh my gosh, and poor Jeff still has those tickets because of COVID. You can't, I don't know what he's gonna do. He's stuck with them. Maybe Justin Bieber will refund everybody. He should.
Well, we looked so close together and we were making noises with our mouths.
And
like
spit was coming out. I know, pre-COVID.
Wow. Okay.
Pre-COVID.
Yeah, that's true. We should say that. But up next, Sam, we have to throw it back to that time you had a laugh attack while reporting on a Bigfoot sighting.
Oh yeah, I remember this. Good old Sasquatch. Check it out. So did you guys hear about Bigfoot, huh? Well, a highway camera may have caught him. Check out these photos. Tweeted out by the Washington State Department of Transportation. Take a close look. You see? Sasquatch right there by the tree. Apparently crews were dispatched to go find him. They couldn't. It's a dude in a snowsuit.
He is wearing, those are Burton pants.
Wait, let me
They're
see.
snowboarding pants.
I love Burton pants.
There's a flare at the end. I know because I own the same pair.
Is it a hoodie? It looks like a hoodie too.
He's wearing a baseball cap. Yeah. There's even a little, there is a hood. It's just not on his head.
Right.
He is snowshoeing in the backside of the mountain. That's all that's happening in all black.
So they dispatched people for this.
You can't even see hair. Sasquatch is supposed to have hair. This is a perfect clean line silhouette like a snowsuit. Yeah, Erica, we're experts. I love that you had the same outfit.
I do.
Like, that was me a week ago snowshoeing.
No, snowboarding. That's how I knew.
Wow. And look at Tori and Jeff. We're like buying it. Wow. Coming up on DBL, we look back at more emotional moments from our years at DBL, including when we all sat down with a mom who's fighting for her son with a rare genetic condition. It is a story that'll touch your heart.
My name is Erica Cobb. My hair is 100% authentically me, and so are my opinions. I am from Chicago, Illinois, and that's where my career started. My role on the panel is the voice of reason, if sometimes you want to be questionably unreasonable.
It's part of growing up.
Get him, girl.
And this is part of it.
Growing up, Al, is part of growing up. It's super disrespectful.
Revealing my natural hair on live TV was one of the most liberating things I've ever done. Let me tell you, I would have been in the salon a long time ago if I knew it got a standing ovation. And as a result, I know that that's affected a lot of other women who want to be their most authentic self, and I carry that with me every day. DBL is unapologetic. DBL is organic. DBL is fearless. DBL is you. Especially with this show, like how transparent we're able to be. I think it's the juxtaposition between the look of the show, like we look more newsy, but we can speak more point of view. And generally when you have a point of view show, it trends a little bit more pop looking than news-based, but we are owned by a news organization, which is another strange juxtaposition. A lot of things lined up to make Daily Blast Live happen that have never lined up before, and that's the reason why you're starting to see other versions of shows like us on digital formats, and that this is going to be something that truly thrives. But I think us being owned by a news station or a news group, Tegna, but being able to do what the other panel shows have been able to do, but in a more 360 format has been a big strength for us, and then you guys chiming in, telling us your ideas in real time has also bolstered what we're saying here. So thank you for being a part of this social experiment that's now thriving. Hey.
Welcome back to DBL. It is a special show today as we look back at emotional moments here at DBL.
Well, one story that I'll never forget, Sam, and I think it's just the connection you made with this mom. You sat down with a mom whose son has a rare genetic disorder. Watch.
Can you get some? Good boy. Good, Maxwell.
Amber, what's your dream for Maxwell?
No. I want him to be happy. I want him to be healthy and happy in whatever capacity that looks like for him. The only thing in life I ever wanted was to be a mother, and I went through 2 years of IVF, and my dream was coming true. We made a video for the twins driving to the hospital because we were so excited to meet them. Max and Riley, if we get to meet you today, we love you. And I just watch that every single time I have a hard day, and it just reminds me of how much I love them. I have twins. And they should be about the same. And at about 4 months old, Riley started grabbing rattles and touching my face.
Oh my goodness, thank you.
And Maxwell would just lay there. And then one day it occurred to me, Maxwell has never held a rattle. It was the weirdest thing, but I knew at that moment something was wrong. I went from doctor to doctor to doctor. Everyone kept telling me, you're wrong. And then finally, we got in front of the right doctor.
You've been through that.
And he held Maxwell for 5 minutes, and then he handed him back and he said, you're right, something's really wrong.
What were you feeling as a mother?
I was trying not to puke. I was trying so hard just not to collapse myself. They sat us down and they said, your son has SLC 6A1. There's not enough information on this disease to know what the life expectancy is. We're gonna learn that from you.
How does it affect Maxwell?
He's extremely delayed. He is nonverbal. He struggles very much to use his hands at all.
What's the most difficult and what's the highlight, if you will?
Between the ages of 3 and 4, children with this disorder develop a really debilitating form of epilepsy. So the children are just mostly in a complete state of seizure, and they start losing all of the skills they gained because they're incurring permanent neurological damage. He started having neurological activity on October 17th last year, and I remember the day because I saw it in his eyes. I saw something was wrong, and it was sooner than it should have been, and we were able to stop it. And I just remember thinking that this is it. This is it, it's starting. And I just spent the whole day crying so hard I couldn't breathe. And so the worst part of every day is just wondering if today is the day and the unknown. And the best part is looking at his little face and seeing him love music now. Like, you'll see him the second he starts dancing. He is walking now. We didn't think that would ever happen. And he's walking, he can dance, he can clap. It's huge. We received our diagnosis a year ago, and we're fully on the way to the cure now.
There you are.
And it's not an if, but it's a when.
You're unbelievable. You really are. You're such a powerful person. You really are.
And when we come back, part 2 of our interview with Amber. Stick around. Hey everyone, I'm Sam SCHACHER. The way I would describe myself as a host of DBL, well, my co-hosts call me like the mom, so I guess I'm kind of like the team mom.
Happy Mother's Day, Sam.
Oh, Mama Bear. Being a working mother is something that's very near and dear to my heart. I have such respect to all mothers out there, and that I love animals. I will advocate for animals till the day I die. The connection that we have built with the viewer, you feel like family, you share things that you are going through with us, and I felt comfortable sharing a really dark time in my life with you. I'm going through it.
I know.
I'm proud that we are inclusive. I'm proud that we have conversations about social injustices. Yes, we always have fun on this show, but at the end of the day, I feel like that we're making a difference. We really do provide a voice for the voiceless, and I'm so grateful for that.
Hey DBL Nation, we here at DBL are going to continue to keep you informed.
Keep you guys informed during this coronavirus pandemic.
But in the meantime,
we want you guys to be safe.
Stay safe out there, wash your hands. Wash your hands.
And practice social distancing.
Practice social distancing.
Together, we're going to help try and contain this virus as much as possible.
Because we're all in this together.
We're all in this together.
We are all in this together.
And we're all going to get through this together. Stay safe, everybody.
Welcome back to DBL. We've got more of our emotional interview with Amber, who is fighting for a cure for her son's genetic disorder. This is our conversation with her in studio last September. Take a look. Amber, thank you so much for being here. When that package played, that video, you could hear a pin drop in this studio. And this is a very noisy studio, so everybody was paying attention to exactly what you're going through. How is Maxwell doing right now, and how are you doing?
Maxwell is okay. His disease is progressing. We have, it's hard. We have a year to advance his clinical trial and for Maxwell to have a shot at living a normal life.
And the clinical trial meaning the treatment plan that you've helped develop with scientists because of your activism.
That's exactly right.
Unbelievable. And how are you doing?
It's a tough question. Some days are better than others. The way I like to explain it is every day I feel like I'm on a tightrope walking across the Grand Canyon, and I cannot look down either side. I just have to look forward and focus on the hope of advancing this clinical trial and walk in faith every step of the way.
I believe in you.
Amber, where are you exactly with treatment right now? What's going on with that?
The treatment is developed. It's in mice.
Okay.
We will raise the first $1 million of our funding hurdle to advance this treatment. We need to raise ultimately $4 million.
And you're at $1 million, so $3 million more.
Mm-hmm. The more money we raise, the faster we can go. We can start doing some steps in parallel that we're doing chronologically now.
Well, that's good. At least there's hope, right? There's hope, but we still need more money.
Yes.
I got you.
I would argue that you're beyond hope. You are in manifestation mode.
Yes.
And you have manifested a disease that's so rare that people didn't even have a treatment, or medical science didn't have a treatment, and now you've manifested one. How do you see Maxwell's life, and what's the manifestation for that going forward, and how can other people help?
Well, if Maxwell is able to receive this treatment before it develops into a debilitating form of epilepsy and he starts regressing and losing the skills he's fought so hard to gain, his outlook is very, very good. And if this treatment is developed, no other person will ever suffer from this disease again. It will be a curative approach. Wow. Kids will be diagnosed on a newborn screening panel, and they'll receive treatment before they leave the hospital. And that's it. It's done.
You're so strong for being here because...
I know.
Don't make me cry. Okay. Like, I have 2 little boys, too. How's your whole family holding on? How are they staying strong?
It's hard. It's really hard. We've given up everything as a family. I left my career the second we heard of the name of this disease.
Right.
I dedicated my life to it. I spend 80 hours a week. The first month he was diagnosed, we had no idea what this meant. The disease was not even Googleable. I called 200 scientists over the course of a month to find a path forward, and we found one.
Wow. Amber, the bright side here, because you're in it, you may not realize it, but you yourself has developed a treatment plan with a scientist. You yourself a treatment plan that I believe will cure Maxwell and all the other children that are affected that don't even know they're affected because there was no diagnosis for them because they can't Google it, or a doctor has misdiagnosed them, and then future children that could inherit this disease. So I want you to know that I can't think of one person that would take it to this other level. Like, what you've done is unthinkable. It's unimaginable. Do you feel the hope though? Can you put yourself outside of it and look at everything you've accomplished thus far, or no?
We just had the year anniversary of Maxwell's diagnosis.
Look what you've done in a year. But it's not enough for you. How do people donate? How does DBL Nation donate? How do we get you to $4 million?
Every $5 helps. Every share on Facebook helps.
Where do they go?
You can go to GoFundMe. Our GoFundMe is Milestones for Maxwell.
Milestones for Maxwell. Go to the GoFundMe, Milestones for Maxwell. Every dollar helps, $5, whatever you can do. Spread the word around, share it on Facebook. We got to get this, we got to make sure that we get this treatment through trial and into a treatment plan. I just want you to continue fighting, because you're changing history. You really are. You're unbelievable, Amber. You are such an inspiration, and we are rooting for you and Maxwell, and I can't wait to have you back on once you've raised that $4 million. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Amber, for being here.
One of the most determined, strong, courageous, resilient, bold, I mean, the list goes on, woman that I've ever met. And I still believe, and I know the fight still continues, so please, everybody go to Milestones for Maxwell, go to the GoFundMe. She needs all the funds and help that she can get. I still believe that she will find this cure because of this woman's tenacity.
I believe it too.
I know. We love you, Amber. Everybody, hit up Milestones for Maxwell. We can all help her out. That's something that we can all collectively do. Coming up on DBL, we're going to lighten things up as we look back at a funny moment where Al just couldn't help but roast Brandon. Stay tuned.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
Hey DBL Nation, I'm LINDSEY Granger. I'm a trained journalist. I've been doing this for 10 years, and I learned to extensively research. I've written a documentary. I describe myself as the host that will bring a fresh perspective to the panel. I think Tori and I might disagree.
Not a nice thing for the president to say.
Everyone's blowing out of proportion, but that's okay, because today we need that. DBL is a creative, fun, and fast-paced type of show. Who wouldn't want to be at DBL? I'm looking forward to joining the panel and getting into some fun, interesting, and intense conversations. But it's important today. We need to agree to disagree and have the dialogue. A lot of people watch TV and say, how am I represented? DBL is the answer to that question. I'm LINDSEY Granger, and I hope to be your voice.
Hey DBL Nation, I'm Stephanie and I'm the host on the show that brings a bit of British sass, humour and pretty much annoyance to everyone else to the show. Who can name all of Brandon's exes?
Oh, wow!
It can go either way, you either love me or hate me, I'm like Marmite. Yes. I'm from England, you might be able to tell from my very strange accent. I love fashion. I am the person that you'll go to for celebrity gossip. I am a big gossiper and I love spilling all the information with you guys. It's my favourite thing to do. If this is my sister's best friend, are you kidding me? I'm looking forward to joining the panel full time with Erica, Brandon and Jeff. They're my favourite people ever, and I am more than ready to be seeing so much more of you guys.
Welcome back to DBL. If you've watched us before, you know we like to have some fun, do we not, Erica?
Well, we do, and occasionally that means roasting each other. Now, usually it's me roasting Brandon.
It is.
I have a bad habit, I just can't quit. But this time it was Al who handled the job.
He did a good job. Liam Hemsworth is finally moving on from Miley Cyrus. Thank God. Stephanie Jones, how do you know?
Well, Tori, he's been seen making out with tongues with a mystery girl. They were seen strolling in New York City, and we're learning just who she is. She's a fellow Australian actress, Madison Brown, who's on the show Dynasty. And it doesn't entirely seem like Liam is searching for a Miley lookalike because, you know, she's got blonde hair, but they're completely different. You'll remember Miley moved on quickly, and now she's calling singer Cody Simpson her boyfriend. Dun, dun, dun.
What do you think of the different imagery? Because, you know, Miley's making out with the girl in Italy. She's, you know, hanging out with the little guitar guy. Now you see this picture of Liam, whichever one, whatever Thor it is. Liam. He's sitting there casually walking across the street. So do you see a difference in, you know, the kind of imagery for the breakup?
Maybe we should talk more about the imagery of it.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
this is the cutest.
Take a shot at me.
Brandon asked Gayle King would be so jealous of that question.
That question went
How would you describe him?
Okay, she was making out. He's holding hands. Do you think that's a different?
He's in the crosswalk.
Next time you gotta reprompt her.
Tell us about the cinematography when it comes to what was the ambiance like?
And did Al, did he carry the torch quite well?
I mean, it was decent.
Okay.
It was decent. But you saw I had to like jump on that and just go with the train because I can't help it. It's fun.
And we all, as viewers and fans, Erica, we all anticipate it and love it.
Yeah.
So don't change. We're always on Facebook and YouTube. We will be right back.